Hey guys, Size here with another dungeon walkthrough of the Azure Vault on the Dragonflight beta. Again, I'm still getting used to making these videos, so any feedback is welcome. I'm gonna try getting better at editing and recording, but again, it's a learning curve for me. This is all new. I'm gonna take my time, make what I can, and hopefully get some feedback and improve. Leymor is the first boss in this dungeon. At the start of the fight, he will cast Leyline Sprouts, which will spawn 10 saplings around the room that increase the damage taken by another ability, Consume and Stomp, by 20% each. You will also see here that he's casting Infuse Strike on the tank, which deals arcane damage every second for 10 seconds. He will also cast an ability called Eruption Fissure, you can see here. Ruptures the ground in front of him, knocking back at any player's hit. It's a static ability, so everybody can avoid it, even the tank. These debuffs that you get around your player can actually destroy the saplings, and you want to take it over as many saplings as possible, spreading out the group to reduce the damage done by consuming Stomp. Coming up next is Azureblade. Throughout the fight, Azureblade will spawn ancient orbs, travelling forward on a random player, knocking back anybody in its path, dealing arcane damage. Azureblade will also enter an intermission where she runs to the centre of the room, becomes immune to damage, and spawns illusions around herself. Azureblade is fully immune to damage until all 4 adds are dead, and she will continue to pulse these orbs outwards until the intermission is over. For the duration of the intermission, she is also pulsing arcane damage on the group, so you want to get through this as soon as possible. Azureblade will also cast a frontal cleave called Arcane Cleave on the tank, spreading 10 yards, inflicting arcane damage. The third boss of the dungeon is Telash Greywing. This boss will cast Frost Bomb regularly throughout the fight. It is an AoE ability that goes on all 5 party members, that when triggered will spawn a pool of frost on the floor, which will grow indefinitely throughout the fight. You want to try and make sure that they're stacked or at the edge of the room to give yourself enough room to finish the fight when the dungeons later scale to Mythic Plus. The boss will next cast Below Zero. There are some overlaps where you want to drop your frozen orb first, but if you are not in one of these runes, you will take the full damage and likely die. Standing in one of those runes will reduce the damage taken by 50%, meaning you can survive it comfortably and you're not going to give your healer a heart attack. The Icy Devastator ability that you see the boss casting is a single target ability which you need to be spread for, as it will cleave onto other party members, dealing light frost damage. Final boss of the dungeon, Umbrelksul. Throughout the fight at 75%, 50% and 25% health, Umbrelksul shatters, causing detonating crystals to spawn from the sky. Each crystal will cast Fracture, and if it's not killed in time, It will explode, dealing arcane damage every second for 15 seconds, stacking. You want to try and kill as many of these as you can, either stagger them or blow them all up at once to get through the healing. You might need a healer cooldown on these, as the shatter does do a decent bit of damage, even on heroic. The boss will also cast Unleashed Destruction. It's a knockback which slows the target by 75% for 1 minute. It is cursed and it does need dispelled. If it's not dispelled, the boss will then gain 3% damage increase, stacking over time as it dispels the players itself. The boss will also cast Crystalline Roar. It's an AoE frontal which deals heavy arcane damage to anybody in front of it. There is a tank ability called Dragon Strike. It will apply a heavy hitting dot after stomping the tank for a significant amount of damage as well. Overall guys, that's it for the Azure Vault. I will be doing more videos, I do apologise for the delay. My wife is currently pregnant at the end of the pregnancy and we're expecting our child any day now, so it's been a bit of a rush. I do really appreciate all of yous, the comments, the questions. I like going into detail and talking about Shadow and the dungeons, so please keep commenting. I reply to all of them. But yeah, as I said at the start of the video, content will be getting better. But for now, take care and I'll see you next time.